I consent and gladly give. Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about the latest episode of Doctor Who, episode 13 of the 6th series, The Wedding of River's Song, which is of course the final episode in the 6th series. I am devastated. I am really emotional just now because of that episode. It was inevitable, it was going to happen. I did cry, I'm still a bit teary, I'm not like in floods of tears because, well, I'll explain why at the end. But it was, yeah, a really good episode. So as usual with all my other Doctor Who episode reviews, I'll give you my brief overview, go through it chronologically and then sum it up. So first of all, the first half was kind of rubbish, to be honest. I just didn't enjoy a lot of, well no, the first 5 minutes were good. And then like 20 minutes, I just thought this is just not a final episode. As a standalone good episode, yeah. But as a final, as a finale for a season, for a series, I just thought it was a bit dire. And then we had the last sort of 15-20 minutes and it was just explosive. It was absolutely fantastic. Okay, so first of all, Sian Williams was in it. How awesome was that, Sian Williams? That was great. So we had Churchill back, which was absolutely fantastic. We had the Daleks back. Dalek. It wasn't Dalek Sec in the TARDIS, but still Dalek, which I really liked. I thought the Daleks were going to play a bigger role than this. You know, I thought they'd come to the Doctor's rescue or something, which would kind of be weird, to be honest. But I thought they would have played a bigger role than just that. There was actually one moment where he wasn't in shot, but he was saying something. I think it was to, I can't remember who it was to, and honestly I thought it was David. And that's becoming more frequent. Now I know when Matt first came into this, I said, this video will be long by the way, when Matt first came into this I said his mannerisms are like David, but over time he grew into his own Doctor. But actually the way he speaks and some of the phrases he says, I hear David's Doctor. And it's not because they're identical, it's just because some of the things I just automatically think it's David's Doctor, which is really weird and I probably shouldn't do that. I also got excited when he was saying, and I'm lifting this quote, I could help Rose Tyler with her homework, I could go to all of Jack's stag do's in one night. I absolutely loved that. I thought, Rose, Jack, I got really excited, and it's really weird hearing Matt's Doctor 11 talk about Rose and Jack. That's a different era completely, you know, I don't like it. I do not like 11 talking about 10's friends. It just doesn't work for me. So I don't ever want them to come back into it. We're going to have to see what happens with the 13th episode. No, the 50th anniversary in 2013. We'll see. We had the delivery of the blue letters again, which is absolutely one of the best things ever. I really want one of those. If somebody just wants to send me a TARDIS blue envelope, that will make me happy. I would really like that. And then we had Amy, River and Rory back, which was going to happen, of course it was. Our 3 main characters for across 2 series in the final. Yeah, when she was in the spacesuit, River, and she was like, you know, she can't control the actions, and it was weird how River was watching River. It was like 2 different characters, old River and the River we sort of have watched over the past few series. It's kind of a really weird concept, and Amy with the eye drive was like so different, but it was still our Amy Pond. It wasn't a weirder character. I did like her. I loved little toy TARDIS and all the pictures on the wall. Yeah, if anybody's got the journal, the diary, the replica from Family of Blood, with all like the pictures of the Slitheen and things, and it's like a Matt Smith version of that. I really did love that with all the different drawings and sort of collating the past series together, which I thought was really, really nice. I did like that a lot. And I also want to comment on Matt's hair here. First of all, I like Matt with a little bit of face scruff, but that big full beard was just disgusting. But his hair is really long. I mean, probably when he had it scraped back, it probably came to about here, which is probably because remember when he first came into it, he had this big floppy fringe bit, and everybody said he was trying to be like David. He actually kind of suits the really long hair. I really did like it. I find it rather gorgeous, but Matt can't really be anything other than gorgeous. He is divine. Rory as Captain Williams I thought really suited him. I really liked that. But then I heard Williams and I thought, Rhys Williams. Torchwood connection? I don't know. It'd be really good if Rory and Rhys, Rory and Rhys were related. That would be really kind of entertaining in some way. And also when the question was asked, what's wrong with you, I kind of thought, we really don't have time to discuss all that's wrong with the Doctor. That'd take forever. And I loved it when the Doctor said, you just can't get the psychopaths. That one made me laugh a lot. Very sinister, very funny. When Amy saved Rory from the silence creatures, I thought that was very interesting, and then it started to get emotional. Just after that, it started to get really teary when they were up at the top of the pyramid, just River, Captain Williams, Amelia Pond, and what's his name, the Doctor. Yeah. And when River shouted at the Doctor and told him to shut up, I love that. I just thought that was absolutely fantastic, and I don't know why, and I really like that a lot. I'm not thinking just now. I also loved it when Amy just turned around to Rory and said, "We got married and had a kid, and that's her." That would have been the most baffling piece of news anybody had ever told him. I absolutely thought that was absolutely brilliant. I really loved that a lot too. And then 37 minutes in, we find out who's marrying River. Now, we all knew who it was going to be. Of course we did. It was the whole I consent and gladly give. I consent and gladly give. As much as I'd like the Doctor to marry me, I think, it's weird to think that the Doctor is married. It's just, ugh. It's not right. It's not fair. The Doctor's supposed to be single for the rest of his life so he can, fall in love with all his companions. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. It's hard to get the head around, isn't it? The Doctor is married. That's absolutely crazy. And then they have the kiss. The kiss. The kiss. I love that. I got more excited over that than I did ever any Rose and Ten kiss. Absolutely sensational. Totally hyper. I love that so much. Then we had to relive the Doctor's death, where he got shot by the space suit and the astronaut, and it was devastating, and I cried. I did cry. I think I was actually crying because it was the realisation that I was going to have no more new Doctor Who episodes until December. Is that sad? It's not sad. It's normal, I think. But it was. I cried, and I did cry a lot. And then when River called Amy mother, I was like, this is just creepy. And it was even more creepy when Amy made the realisation that she was the Doctor's mother-in-law, which is an assumption I made back at the beginning of the series when we kind of heard the rumours that River was going to be Amy's daughter. When we kind of heard those rumours, I made the assumption that Amy was going to be the Doctor's mother-in-law. And that's for the first time, well, I say the first time in 21st century Doctor Who. Please don't, shout at me saying, well, no, it happened 60 whatever, because I can't remember that. First time in C21 Doctor Who where the Doctor's been related to a companion. That's weird. It's creepy as hell. It's a massive change. This series has done an awful lot for the Doctor. It's changed his character in so many ways. Told us more about his character than any previous series. I learned more about the Doctor's past and his future and his present with Series 6 and Series 5, Matt's Doctor, more than I have any previous series. I think Stephen Moffat's in danger of releasing far too much information and making the Doctor a little less secretive than what he probably should be. We're learning too much. He is losing his identity as Mystery Man, ever so slightly. One of my favourite lines was when Dorium said, "I'm ahead, I have rights." That was cute. And then obviously he started screaming, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, which of course is the oldest question in time. And Doctor who is he? We will never find out, because obviously the day we find out who the Doctor is, the show is completely over. Part of me worries that for the 50th anniversary they will reveal who it is and that'll be it over, because I do think that after the 50th, I think the show will come to an end. I don't want it to. I don't want it to. Don't start shouting at me saying, Amy, why are you saying this? I don't want it to end. I want it to go on and on and on and on and on forever until I can be part of it in some way. Like, I'd love to bring back Totally Doctor Who. I'm going to review that next week, actually. I'm going to make a note for that while I'm doing this. I'd love to bring back Totally Doctor Who. I'm writing this down as I speak. I just absolutely love Totally Doctor Who. I thought it was fantastic. Very much David's era. And I love it, yeah. So this episode was good, but it wasn't a finale. The final episode of Series 5 was fantastic. That was powerful, that was explosive. The thing is though, yeah, and this is the problem I have with this series, Series 6. Right, we're going to go past through the previous 5 series. The finale for Series 1, 2-parter, Series 2, 2-parter, Series 3, 3-parter, Series 4, two-parter, Series 5 two-parter, Series 6, pretty much the entire series of Series 6 was a finale. It was like a 13-parter. So, because it was all interlinked. So there wasn't, I mean, there was a couple of separate stories, but even then they had the running theme of River and all the different snippets. So while other series can have like a two-parter finale, this was a 13-parter episode, essentially. Yeah? So it was kind of annoying in that sense, but it did work, but I hope they don't continue to do that. But this video has gone on for longer than I'd hoped. Please feel free to leave comments and let me know your thoughts on this. I'm still reviewing the older Doctor Who episodes, by which I mean like 2008. I think I'm up to Series 4, Episode 10 or something, and then I need to review the Series 5, and then I'm going to try and get hold of some of the older episodes and watch some of them from scratch, because I know a lot of you have been saying, you know, Amy, why don't you watch some of these? So I'm going to do that. It's going to be really hard when I get to, sorry, I want to move you around so you can see my David poster. When I get to Liz Sladen's episodes, because I can't watch School Reunion now. I just, no, change the subject, Amy, before I start crying like a baby. Yeah, so please feel free to leave comments and let me know your thoughts on this. Anything to do with Doctor Who, let me know. Just feel free to rant below about how we're not going to get an episode till Christmas, and then how they're going to split the next series. It's chaotic. But yeah, feel free to leave comments and video responses, etc. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.